Islam, we're told, is much older than Muhammad. Quran 1636 says, "We surely sent a messenger to every community, saying, worship Allah and shun false gods." Quran 4078 says, "We already sent messengers before you," referring to Muhammad. "We have told you the stories of some of them, while others we have not. It was not for any messenger to bring a sign without Allah's permission." As we look around the world and through history, we should expect to find groups of people who Muslims can identify as true followers of Allah. They wouldn't necessarily be called Muslims, and they might not believe everything that Muhammad taught, but they should be identifiable as true followers of Allah. So, let's set our Muslim friends a challenge. We'll specify a time period and a region, and ask them to identify the true followers of Allah. As long as there is enough historical information available, it shouldn't be very difficult. The challenge: the period of history, 40 AD to 600 AD. The region, literally anywhere on planet Earth. And go! Given those limits, identify a true follower of God. We've provided more than 5 centuries in the entire Earth, so Muslims, this should be super easy for you. But here's the problem. You're not going to find a single soul. Not one. Zilch. The period of 40 AD and 600 AD is between the lives of Jesus and Muhammad. Here are a few things that Islam teaches. Number 1. True followers of Allah believe the one simple message: Allah is one, worship Him alone, keep His laws. Number 2. Jesus was a true prophet of God, a man, not the Son of God, not divine, who taught the one simple message. Number 3. Jesus was authenticated by His virgin birth and miracles. Number 4. Jesus wasn't executed by the Jews and Romans. Keep those in mind as we work through the candidates for the true followers of Allah. Basically 4 categories of people that we can look at. Category 1, the pagans and other religions of the world. They don't believe the one simple message. They believe in many gods. Belief in one God is extremely rare outside of the descendants of Abraham. For example, it appeared very briefly in Egypt around the 14th century BC, and that's about it. True followers of Allah don't believe in many gods, so they're out. Number 2, followers of Judaism. But they reject Jesus, and so they reject a true prophet of God. They say that Jesus wasn't a true prophet, didn't do any real miracles, and was executed. His execution is affirmed in the Talmud. True followers of Allah don't reject Allah's messengers, so they're out too. Number 3, Orthodox Christians. They believe that Jesus was the divine Son of God who was crucified and raised from the dead. True followers of Allah don't believe that a messenger of God is divine, so they're out too. Number 4, there were non-Orthodox groups of Christians too. Some of them believe that Jesus wasn't crucified, which might make them seem promising. Are these the true followers of God? No, because they're Gnostics, and Gnostics believe that the creator of the world is evil. Jesus was purely a spiritual being, and He wasn't crucified because He literally didn't have a body to kill in the first place. True followers of Allah don't believe that the creator of this world is evil, so they're definitely out. The best candidate left over is the Ebionites. They're a small sect from the 2nd century, and we only know a little bit about them because Christians published criticisms about their beliefs. The information that we have, though, is pretty patchy according to scholars. But could they truly be the real followers of Allah? Absolutely not. Some of them were actually Gnostics, and others of them rejected Jesus' virgin birth. They created their own version of Jesus and rejected the real Jesus. True followers of Allah don't reject Allah's messengers, so they're also out. And so that's it. That's everybody. Jews, Christians of various kinds, Orthodox and unorthodox, and everyone else. Which means that Islam has failed the challenge. There is a 5-century long gap in human history, right before the final prophet of God, in which there is literally no one that a Muslim can identify as a true follower of Allah. If you disagree, then go ahead and name someone. But here's the deal. You can't. They don't exist. What does this show? That the Muslim version of history is absolute nonsense. Thank you so much for watching.